Hey Techno Studs, let's get into issue number 2. It's the same scenario and I'm on my demo laptop here and I want to test my connectivity. So the first thing that I'm going to do is try to ping demo pi 1 and the IP address of that is 10.1.10.21 and I don't have connectivity. Once again, I want to see where my connectivity is failing. So one way I could do that is start pinging these different switches, and I can ping the switch number 2 and see if I can get connectivity there, or switch 1 or switch 3. And so I could ping anywhere within here, but I'm going to just start from the closest switch number 2 and then ping through the network to see where that breaking is happening. So I'm going to ping 10.1.10. Switch 2 is .12, so I'll ping that. And you can see I still have some basic connectivity issues here. So I know that I'm not even getting out to my local switch. So something's wrong here. I need to start troubleshooting and figuring out what's going on. So what I'll do is I'm going to take a look at my configurations here. I'm going to ignore the wireless because that's for something else. And I'm looking at the Ethernet. And I see that it is up and we have an IP address on it. And so I should be getting out. I should be getting something, at least from the laptop's perspective. The laptop looks like it's configured correctly since it has connectivity and it has an IP address. So where are things going wrong? Well, what I can do is I can jump onto this switch 2, and one of the commands I like to use a lot is show IP interface brief. And so I'm going to do the show IP interface brief. And in my last video, we were plugged into the wrong one. So let's see if we're plugged into the wrong one. No, in fact, it does look like we're plugged into port 34 and it is up. And so from switch 2's perspective, this is from a layer 2 perspective, things are communicating. So we've got that layer 2, at least some basic functionality of it. So let's continue to troubleshoot. The next thing I can do is I can take a look at the running configuration on that interface. So I'm going to do show run interface FA034. I'm going to hit enter. And I now can see that looks a little short from a programming perspective. I see that it's switch port mode access, but I don't see a VLAN specified. This is supposed to be on VLAN 10, but I'm not seeing that. And so what I can do now is assign VLAN 10 to this. And what's happening is, well, here's a question for you, is if this is not on VLAN 10 and not specified in VLAN 10, what VLAN is it on? And the answer to that is VLAN 1. So this is on VLAN 1 right now, the default VLAN, and it should be on VLAN 10. So now I'm going to make that change. So I'm going to get into my global configuration mode. I'm going to get into that interface, FA034. And another thing what I like to do, and I'm going to show you this, is I like to do a continuous ping to see when I fix something. So I'm going to scroll up here and do a -T at the end of my ping, and it's going to just continually ping that. So when we fix the interface, we'll see that come up. Next, what I'll do is I'm going to do that switch port access VLAN 10 and enter that command in there. So now this is on the correct VLAN. I can pull up my ping here and see if it's going to fix the problem. Took a little bit for it to actually start pinging. That's because there's something else that's happening that we're going to be discussing here in a couple modules. But for now, it is up and running. It's pinging. I've fixed the issue. So issue number 2, check. We got it corrected.